on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Good evening. My name is Leonardo, and tonight the topic is aging. Here with me are Bruna and Marcio. So, uh, Marcio, can you introduce yourself, please? What
Of
is
course.
going on?
Yeah.
Go on, Marcio, please. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Okay. Yes. I'm Marcio, and I'm 38 years old. I'm live in Recife, Pernambuco. I'm coming from Bahia, but today I live in Recife, Bahia. Uh, Recife, Pernambuco. I'm sorry. And I'm married. I have 3 children, and I'm warehouse assistant, and I have 3 children. I have 2 dogs, and I'm a student English on TNT every single day. Yeah, and I'm a student for a month in TNT, and because I like today English, okay? Because and I'm looking for a job opportunity in the SAP ERP area. And I'm studying to SAP ERP, and that's it. Thank you.
Nice. It's really important to practice and to still comment and to as much as meeting as you can. So, Marcio, welcome to my meeting. And you, Bruna, please can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I don't know why, but Zoom um, deleted me. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Well, I
think.
mean,
Did you
because of the
click
YouTube.
on
Yes,
yes?
because of the YouTube message. So I live in São Paulo with my family. I work here on Talk and Talk as a community manager and also as a teacher. I love being here, and I missed your meeting last week. I couldn't be here. What else? I been here on Talk and Talk since September last year, and it's always a pleasure talking to you guys. That's it about me.
Nice. Thanks. Until to them, please can you introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi guys, I'm Duda. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Rio de Janeiro. And I knew TNT since 2020 in August. It's been a while, but I've been missing. And yeah, I guess that's it.
Nice. And Duda, I want to know from you if you do you like your age or would you like to be older or younger than now?
I actually like I'm not the kind of person that worries about getting older. And I like to enjoy the moment. So I don't actually I really like my age. I think 23 is a good like number, it's 2 next to the 3. I think it's pretty. I like it.
Nice. Yeah. When I was younger, I used to wanna be older than I was, and now I just know I like my age. I don't wanna be older or younger. I just wanna be here on 27. It's nice.
Yeah, I feel the same.
And you, Bruno.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm 27 now, and it's interesting because it's not like I'm closer to the 30s than to the 20s. I'm so it's a bit weird, I must confess. But I'm enjoying. I think it's been a nice age. It's been 2 months only that I'm 27, so I'm still enjoying it. And that's it. I think I'm getting more experienced, so it's been nice.
Yeah, and talk about experience. Sometimes I just feel that I'm the same person as 5 years. And it's a problem because sometimes I just feel that I don't feel enough maturity to some situations. When I saw someone with 30 years old, I just saw someone that is really mature and it's really really wise. And as you went closer than the 30 than the 20s, so sometimes I have no idea what is going on with me. And you, Márcio, do you like your age?
Yes, yes. I like my age. I'm proud of myself. And in my case, 38. I like my age. And I like with my family. And 38 years old, very, in my case, very experienced. Yeah.
Yeah, as Bruno said, and we became we have some experiences as we are getting older, and it's just 1 point. But Bruna, I wanna know from you more points. What benefits can bring it and can bring with getting older?
Besides the experience,
Yes.
well, I think being getting older doesn't mean you're going to be wiser. You know, you're going to get smarter after some time. I don't know. Maybe you understand your priorities in a better way. You know, I think now I can focus on me better. Like when I was younger, I think I didn't focus on me so much, and I didn't prioritize myself, you know. And I think this is something that came with maturity. um what else? I don't know. I think about the experiences too. We learn better how to deal with things, and we stop worrying about certain stuff, you know, like we stop worrying about other people's opinions. I think this is another point, and that's it.
Yes, I think that I became less patient, and it helps me to prioritize my tasks. So if someone just asks me to do something, I will think a lot before say yes or no, because I have my priorities. I will not put others' priorities in front of mine. Not anymore. I do it a lot in my life, so not today, not anymore. And you do that.
I'm thinking here about after what you guys said. And actually, I think I agree with you guys. And I think when we get older, we get kind of selfish, right? We start to look more about ourselves all the time. So that's something that I don't know if it's a benefit or what is the other what Bruno will know.
Drawback, maybe, or a disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yeah. Yeah. But I think it's kind of related to it. But when I got older, or while I'm getting older, I'm like knowing. I think it's easier for us to know. For example, when we were younger, we think that we need to be friends of everyone, and if we are not friends with everyone, that will kill us, and we can ever like stop talking to people. We have to talk to everyone. And when we get older, we see that it's not like that. If we don't want to talk to someone, we just don't have to because the world's like very big, and the world will not fall apart because you're not talking to someone. So that's something that in our small world, school world, it looks like a pain. Like don't want to talk to someone. But I don't know. Yeah, I totally agree with you guys, I think. And I think, for example, we can get wiser if we have the right choices. Of course we can get wiser, but maybe not. If we make our right choices in our lives, we can get like very, very wise. So that's what I think.
Yeah, I think that I totally agree with you. Sometimes I just think that we start to accept some personal steps. As I said, we don't have to be friends with everybody. So I will not talk with someone that I don't feel comfortable to talk. Except on jobs, I think that uh, this is something that we also get some maturity that when we are younger, we just think that no, I will don't talk with someone even in my job because I don't feel comfortable. And now we just become some professional. So I think this is something really nice. And you, Márcio?
I believe to be alive. Uh, Very important. I want to get there and happy. I believe to be alive, no important in it's hard preoccupation. Yes, I believe yes, happy, alive. In my case, very important.
Nice. And and you are I forgot how old are you? Sorry, Mas.
Um,
Are you 32 years old?
um,
What is your age? I'm
and
27. Duda is 23. And you?
uh, uh, my age,
Yes.
my age is 38,
Mm,
38 years old.
nice. And do you think do you have any benefits because you are older than me, for example?
Mm, in my case, I think uh, I'm married, I'm children, and I'm benefit my house, for example, and I don't know, trabalho duro, but in my case, I happy, I'm funny, and for independent of situation, for example.
Yeah, yeah, I think this is some nice points to get married, have a family, your own family. Do you have your wife, your children, your house, and it's really nice. Nice. So, guys, we have some difference between women and women, and I think age is one of this difference. And I want to know from Duda, is age more difficult for men or women? Why?
Everything is always harder for women, so I would never say for men. But I'm laughing, but that's sad. But I think that, for example, for women, there's so much pressure about stereotypes that getting old, it's kind of criticized. Like we have to care about a lot of things when we're getting old for our bodies because the society says that. It's not what I think because I don't think like that. I think I will never put like needles in my face. But for example, people, um, women gets very worried, and society puts that into it, saying that we can have like face marks and things like that. And I think that's a part of our, as we saw it in the video, it's part of our life as all animals have those white hairs and all those things. It's a part of the natural life. So, and I think the society creates this for women that I know that creates for men too, but of course it's so much harder and tough for a woman.
And yeah, sometimes I think that people make some pressure to us always be youth and never getting older. But especially for women, I totally agree with you. One of the examples that you said, it's about the white hair. And to women, it's a mess. It's something that all the most women avoid. While for men, it's it's a charm. I have no idea how to say this. It's something
That's
beauty. Thanks, Bruna. Yes, so there are some difference, and even in this difference, some of them bring some benefits for men. So make no sense. And you, Bruna, what do you think?
Yes, definitely. And I don't know if there's much more to say because you said a lot about the gray hair, about the wrinkles that I was saying, about needing to go through surgeries, and it's really bad. Just like Duda, it's not what I'm saying, but what society expects from us. But it's nice because I can see a movement, of like people talking about getting older, and I think this is a really nice topic, and we should talk more about it, that it's natural, not having the body, or not expected to have the same body, the same skin. No, things are going to change, and we need to understand this and be comfortable with this, because it's natural, so I would say for women is harder too.
Yeah, and especially because we used to think that while we were getting older, we became less value with and with less activities to do. And now we just wanna have a good life, even uh, what when we became older, so we can have we can make some exercise, we can drink some beers with our friends, and it's okay, and it's amazing. And you, Márcio?
Uh, difficult for man or woman? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's difficult for both of them need help from another. I think it's complicated. I think help from another family, another brother, for example, and doctor. And I think it's complicated and help from another because difficult or man or woman. It's both.
Yeah, it's a hard situation for men and for women. Thanks. And Master, do you have 38 years old? And I want to know from you, for how long do you want to live? If do you have any plans for retirement? If do you want to live 100 years, 90 years?
My, I think 100 years. Yeah, I believe 100, 100, 110, for example, because my grandfather, uh, uh, you, your life, and 102 years old. Yeah, my grandfather.
Jesus, it's a lot of time. Yeah, and something really interesting is about the video. I don't know if you remember about the millionaire who you pay for someone who lives more than 122 years old. But can't make no sense. For what reason I will need that money. Uh, I will do nothing. And you, Bruno, for how long do you wanna live?
Yeah, just like Marcy, it's interesting because my grandmother, she lived until her um 110. Like, can you imagine? It's too much. And she was conscious, it was really nice. Well, I think I want to live until 100 or 90, something like this, around 90. I don't know. I think the older we get, the healthier we need to be, because um, our health requires this care, So I don't know if I want to get too older because I know I will need help, So I'm trying to take care of my health, going to the gym nowadays in order to live more, and not need help in the future. But it's difficult, yeah. Let's see. And you, Leo, how long?
Yeah, can you imagine that I have never think about it? I don't want I don't think about it on exactly age. I just say that Jesus, I just need to go to a Beyonce concert. Then I can die and there's no problem. So I just need this. The rest is just more time occupying space in this earth. There, but it's just this. And you do that.
But actually, Leo will live a lot because he dances a lot. So we know that he's safe with his body. I
Jeez, it's something really interesting because I love those videos when I saw someone old and dancing. I think it's so cute.
yeah. I used to watch. Do you know that couple from TikTok that the granddad he passed away? But sometimes I used to
Yes.
watched some videos of them. It was really cute. But that's the thing. I don't know how old I want to be. Maybe 90 or 100 maybe. But I don't want to live that long if the people I love is not alive. If they die, I want to die with them. I don't want to be alive alone, you know? So that's something that I used to, I used not, I should have, I don't know. That's something that I should treat on a therapy because I'm so worried to live alone, you know?
Yeah, and I have to say that it makes me I always think about it as well. I think there's make no sense when we are just living and say goodbye to everybody that we love, especially when we are too older that we start to say goodbye to our own children. In some situations this happens, and I think it would be so sad, so hard. So I totally agree with you that I think that it's something that I don't know how to do so good as well. Jesus. Great. So into Bruna, I think Duda or Bruna said about people getting older and became wise. I want to know for you, how are older people viewed your country? Are people actually wiser or not? What do you think about it?
It really depends. It's nice because it's really nice because the concept of being wise, being it's too wide, you know, like being for me being wise, it's not just about knowledge, the academic knowledge, but about the experience. You know, there are a lot of older people that are wiser in terms of life knowledge, you know, because of the experience they had. But I wouldn't say if you are older you are automatically wiser, you know, because depending on the experience, on your perspective, on the place you came from, you're not going to get wiser, you know, because you didn't learn from life, you know. So there are a lot of older people thinking and saying bullshit. So I don't think these things are totally connected, you know. It can be or it cannot be this way.
Yeah, and there are some situation uh, where older people living in a countryside, so they don't have too much access health, to health plans, to hospitals, and they also work since they are younger. So we cannot say that they are wise, or but
Yes,
they can have
but I think, sorry, just
go
really
on.
quick, like if they can get wiser just working, you know, but because of their experience. But I think living in the small cities nowadays doesn't mean you don't need to get informed, you know. This is hard, but it's a point. Of course we cannot consider the ones who don't have access to the internet, right? I think you got what I meant.
Yes, thanks, Bruna. And to that, what do you think?
I think it's like I said before, I think wiser, you get wiser while getting older when you stimulate the things. You don't just get wiser because, oh, I lived more than you. But if you like go around and search for experience and not only in the academic way, but I think life, for example, being here, just to be here talking and learning with each other. I think that's kind of our mission in this world, to get in touch with other people and learn for them. I think that's being wiser more than, I don't know, many other things. So I think you get wiser if you look for it. It's not just because you're older and get older, get old. I don't know.
Yeah, nice point. It's something. So I think that we can say that's also about people that we communicate, people around us. I think that it can help in some way us to become wiser. Nice point to that. Thanks. And you, Márcio.
And I believe they are very smart, and they are the real teachers. I believe, and my case, my uh, my my father, and he is the 58 years old, and my very teacher, uh, I believe they are very smart.
Yeah, and I love to talk with my grandma and my father as well when they start to talk about the family history, talking about how was when they were younger, how they used to live, and about their childhood. I think it's really nice. I love to listen those histories. Do you as well, Bruno?
Yeah, it's really nice, and it's sad at the same time because nowadays I don't have any grandparent or anybody too old around me that I can ask, but it's really, really nice. I agree with you. Nowadays I just hear stories from the internet, and that's it.
Yeah, I think this is sometimes I just ask where I came from and about where my parents came from. And I think this is something really interesting. Do you ask yourself something like this? Where do you came from? Where your parents came from? Or do you usually don't talk about it?
Like, it's not very deep, the story, so I just know like their background, but it's not very interesting. Like they're from Rio, so it's not a really good like deep story. Oh, they fought in a war. Like no, they just came from Rio, and that's it.
Yeah,
Very happy about it.
yeah. Your parents are from Rio, they're very happy.
Yeah,
Nice.
but I love hearing stories about. I love when they start to talk about the past, so I love it. And my grandma too. I like when she talks about it. That's it.
Thanks to them. Márcio, are you here?
Yeah,
Uh,
and
nice. And do you have two children? Am I right, Márcio?
I don't know. I
Do you
don't
have?
know.
Are you
Listen,
married? And do you have two children? Am I right?
I have children.
Yes. How many? Just one, two,
Three.
three. Nice.
Three. Yeah.
And how old are they? They have 5 years old, 10 years old.
And 14 years old, 12, and 10 years old.
Nice. And how well do you relate to them? And they are so much younger than you, so it's a new experience to you. How do you relate with people younger than you?
Uh, I'm, I'm, I think, yeah, live, like no, live and moment of your life, for example, because um, enjoy you enjoy your life, for example, it's moment of your life.
Yeah, so you enjoy the moments with your children. Nice. Thanks, Matthew. And you, Duda, how well do you relate to people younger than you? Because we are talking about getting older, but how about younger? Because sometimes younger people are younger people. So,
But maybe you won't expect it, but I love younger people. I love being around them. I don't know if I'm just like talkative and I like to, but for example, I get really I get really along with my cousins, and they're like teenagers right now, so it's really fun. I like to bother them a lot, but I don't know. I have this opening that they know that I'm older than them, but they still can talk to me. So we have a very good relation. And I really like kids. So I like the teenagers that are the the problem. I get good with them, and the kids, I just love the kids. So I'm good with them.
yeah, I have to say that I love kids, but not teenagers. Teenagers are too much to me. I think it was this weekend. I was just drinking a coffee, and then a group of teenagers appeared in the cafeteria. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. So it just, they doesn't help me. They don't help me to like them.
You like them away from you, right?
Yes, I love. And you, Bruna?
Yeah, I think I could see both sides of teenagers in the pandemic because I taught some. I had two classes, actually more than two, but in online, two classes that were completely different. One class, the students were so boring and they didn't say anything. It was terrible. And the other one, everybody was really nice, and they were really talkative, and every class was a struggle because they wanted to talk to each other and they bonded really easily. So I think it really depends on the teenager. Some of them, they are more open than other than are more introverted. I think I was unlucky in this classroom, because everybody was in this specific class, because everybody was really introverted and they didn't talk too much, and I needed to push them really hard. But talking about kids, I usually have a good relationship with them. I love kids, and I think that's it. Of course, we can't deny dealing with kids is exhausting, and being around them, and it's really exhausting, but it's nice anyways. I like them.
Yeah, I think the question is that they have so much energy, and we also need so much energy to deal with them.
Gosh, yes, yes. I had a class in the on Saturdays. Two classes, four kids. Really, like on Saturday afternoon, I was exhausted. I didn't have voice anymore. I was hoarse, and like four students. It wasn't too much. Like, can you imagine having 40 kids? Oh gosh, no. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a situation that I don't know how some teacher deal with that. It's too much kids to see, to take care at the same time. And especially kids that we need to pay attention. So for kids, it's too much. Do that. You said that you like younger people, but I want to know from you about older people who want to feel younger. What advice would you give to someone like this?
In this case, I judge more. For example, I think I don't judge, but I think the same as us trying to become older, like when you're younger and once you be older, I think it's the same in the other side. Like you already lived, like you won't return in time and be, I don't know, 30 or whatever again. So you just have to enjoy the age you're at. Like there's nothing to do. Maybe you could die tomorrow. So just enjoy the right now, what you're doing right now. So I think it's silly. And I think it's silly, for example, but I know that is all that pressure that we already talked. But like some old people trying to fit into a static. I don't. This is static, right?
Aesthetic?
No,
Aesthetic.
Or
static.
some fashion?
Aesthetic. Let me check.
Aesthetic. Yeah, trying to fit an aesthetic of a younger or I think that's silly, but who am I to say something? People do whatever they want, but I judge a little bit in my world.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think that they can just enjoy the moment and live their life. I think that it's a situation where it's something singular for each one. So there are people who just want to become getting older and there's no problem, and there are people who avoid a lot this. So there are many
For
ways to.
example, just to add something, I think it's totally different for you to try to be younger and want to be younger and have, for example, a health body, like have life in your body. I think it's things that are totally like there are people old that wants to feel alive, and I think that's different than wanting to feel young.
Yeah, it's just like uh, a grandpa trying to be friends with the younger people. Makes no sense. And to Marcio, what advice would you give to another person who wants to feel young?
Mm, yeah. Uh, uh, I I think uh, your life, your life, i- it depends the situation. Your life. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so do whatever you want. Thanks, Marcio. And you, Bruna.
Yeah, that's a really hard question. Um, because just like Duda was saying and Marcio too, like just do what you want, but enjoy the things and maybe be open to, let me see the question again so that I can answer something nice. Who wants to feel young? I think it's interesting because older people sometimes don't give themselves the chance to experience things the young ones are doing, like I don't want to be on TikTok because I think it's just for the young ones. Sometimes it's not, so allow yourself to experience things. You don't need to pretend you are younger, because it doesn't change too much actually. Sorry, there is that. Sorry again. There is that quote: "Age is just a number," right? And sometimes it's just the number, So keep enjoying and being happy and doing the things you want, Like don't avoid doing things just because you are getting older. I don't know.
Nice. Yeah, I totally agree with you. It's just a number. It cannot become a boundary or a limit to you stop to do something that you really want. So still living your life, even if you are getting older. So guys, we don't have too much time and I finished this conversation right now. So Duda, Bruna, and Marcio, please answer the survey that I sent on the chat. It can help me a lot. You can give some feedback to this meeting, okay? And guys, I really hope you enjoyed this conversation and I hope to see you here again next meeting. So have a great week and
Sure.
bye-bye, bro.
Bye. Thank you
Bye-bye,
so much.
Marcio.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
Léo.
you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Bye.
Good
See
night.
you.